Hey guys, Sean here with Butler, and today we're going to be talking about UX design. Now, this is actually going to be take two. We filmed this a few days back, and I was hoping to get it all done in one shot, and what I realized is about 22 minutes long, and I didn't even get everything out that I wanted to talk about. And so instead of having one long video, we're going to break this up into kind of like a mini-series, three-part series. And in this first section, we're going to be talking about what is UX design, why is it beneficial, and then in the second and third video, we'll talk about how do you do UX design strategy, and then how do you convert a strategy into an actual design. UX design is simply user experience design. That's what it stands for. A lot of people call it user-centric design. It translates into information architecture, but the easiest way to understand UX design is just think of taking yourself completely out of the picture and focusing only on your users, the people who are interacting with your brand. Now, the technical definition of UX design is the process of enhancing user satisfaction by improving the usability, accessibility, and pleasure provided in the interaction between the user and the product. So it's, again, taking yourself out of the picture, stop thinking about your brand and your company and your bottom line just for a moment and think, how can we be of value and of benefit to our users? How can we enhance the satisfaction of our users by improving these three areas? Usability, meaning how functional is the design that we're creating for our users? How functional is it? How easy to navigate is it? Or is it a pleasurable experience for them? Accessibility, meaning how easy is it to find and access the information, the content that we're trying to present to our users? And the pleasure, meaning is it praiseworthy? Is it like-worthy? Is it share-worthy? Is this something that they're going to want to share with other people in their sphere of influence? So how can we enhance the user satisfaction in these three areas: usability, accessibility, and pleasure, providing the interaction between our users and whatever it is we're presenting to them. Now, when we're thinking about UX design, don't think about conversion. Don't think about SEO. Don't think about profit. Again, these are what we call brand-centric or I guess self-centered ways of thinking. So a lot of times people, this is the big challenge. Businesses will come to a designer and they say, hey, I need you to design a landing page for us because the current landing page we have isn't converting leads. Or I need you to redesign our website for SEO because we're not getting found in rankings. Or we need to be able to increase sales, so can you redo our online store because we need profit? And so when a client or when an organization comes to a designer with these three issues, what they're saying is, I measure success by conversion, ranking, and profit, rather than having a user-centric way of thinking about how can we add value to our customers. In other words, if your landing page isn't converting, what piece of information are you missing that your clients or your customers, your users, aren't seeing value in your brand? If you're not accessible, what piece of information or functionality or content might you be missing where search engines don't think you're relevant to your users, so you're not easily accessible? And if you're not turning a profit, how satisfying is the experience for your users? So when you get yourself completely out of the picture, stop thinking about conversion, SEO, and profit, and that's not how you measure success anymore, but rather, I measure success on how much value we can add to our users, how accessible we are to our users, and how satisfied we can make our users. Well, then these things are natural byproducts. Then you will convert more, you will have higher rankings, and you will get more profits. And so when you think of the different ways of thinking, brand-centric versus user-centric, brand-centric design is thinking about who are we as an organization, who are we as a brand, why are we so awesome, why should people engage with us? Now those are not bad questions to ask, but when it comes to UX design, the UX designer isn't focused so much on the brand, even though that is an important factor. They're focused primarily on the user. So who are our users? What are their interests? And how can we best serve them? And again, the natural byproduct of answering these questions is going to be a better user experience, but also better for the brand's bottom line. Now, the process of UX design is both strategy, or in other words, it's a science, and it's an art. It's a science because it takes a carefully crafted strategy, and it's an art because you have to then convert that strategy into a design, hence user experience design. Now, the importance of UX design is because without the users, there is no brand. Okay, you think about it this way. Quit thinking about conversion, SEO, and profit. If we have no users, if we become irrelevant to our users, then there is no brand. Okay, a brand is only as successful as it remains relevant to its users. The moment you stop being relevant, meaning helpful, applicable, meaningful, the moment users stop seeing your brand as relevant is the moment you're going to start dying as a brand. So if brand identity or brand strategy is something that you're really focused on or something that's important to you, then we should get ourselves off of ourselves for a second and focus mainly on our users. Some of the byproducts and the benefits of UX design is brand relevance. And so once you start becoming relevant to your users again, this is how you build brand loyalty. SEO is a natural byproduct of UX design because think about it this way. Google, Yahoo, Bing, these are search engines. All the search engine is a machine that's programmed with algorithms to emulate what they think a human wants to interact with. And so the more pleasurable the experience is for the user, the machine or the algorithm kind of measures this, and then they'll give you higher rankings based on the delight or the pleasure that a user would experience with your website. Now, SEO Moz, they have a beginner's guide to SEO, and I'll put the link in the description. And it's a really good read, and we'll actually I'm going to create a blog post and give you a link to that as well, and we'll highlight the section that talks about how SEO is directly affected by UX design. It's a really good read. And also higher conversion. Upworthy, they have a great ebook. I forgot what the title of it is. We'll put the link in the description. But the whole premise of the ebook is if you focus on your user's experience or how easy it is to engage with your content, the higher chance of converting a lead or a sale you're going to have on your landing pages. And so again, we'll put the link in the description, so if you're interested in that read, I highly recommend it. Now, UX design rather, is typically in the digital space. So when you're working with a UX designer, primarily they're thinking of websites, landing pages, mobile apps, but you can actually incorporate user thinking or UX thinking in all of your applications. So you're again taking yourself out of the equation and thinking, how can I be of benefit to my users? How can I increase the delight of their experience in their brand experience? Then you can actually incorporate that thinking into not only your website and your landing pages and your mobile apps, but also how you create your corporate video, maybe your sales presentations, your brochures, basically any touch point that you would have with a user, you can incorporate UX design thinking into all of these, and you're gonna be just astounded by the results that you're gonna get. And so in short, UX thinking or UX design is taking yourself out of the picture, focusing solely on your users to increase or enhance the satisfaction by improving these three areas: usability, accessibility, and pleasure. In the next video, I'm going to actually give you a 6-point strategy that we found that works for us at Butler. You can take what I say, eat the meat, spit out the bones. Use whatever works for you, okay? My strategy works for me. It might not necessarily work for you, so I hope that you'd just watch the video, glean whatever would be helpful for you, incorporate it into your business, and then maybe tweak where necessary to make it more relevant to how you operate your business. But the bottom line is, if you don't think about the users, you're gonna die as a brand. UX design is the most vital part of any kind of design because we're designing for people. So that's it. If you guys have any questions, please comment below, or you could always visit our website, butlerbranding.com, and drop us a line there. Talk to you soon.